Hello, I am S.K. Tiwari, Department of BCA, JLN College, Chakradharpur. Today in my lecture notes, we are discussing about the CPU scheduling algorithm. In this, today we are discuss about the SJF, that is shortest job first scheduling algorithm, which comes under BCA semester 3rd. Now let us understand what is shortest job first, that is SJF scheduling algorithm. As the name suggests, the job which having the least burst time will execute first. In SJF, it is the best approach to minimize the waiting time. SJF is a good CPU scheduling. In SJF, the job that has the smallest burst time will allocate to the CPU for executing first. In SJF, suppose when more than one job has the same burst time, at that time the FCFS scheduling is used. In this scheduling should be known as the shortest next CPU burst rather than the shortest job first. SJF is a non-primitive scheduling algorithm, means whenever any job is chosen, it will not stop until it finishes. Now let us take an example. Let us take the process P1, P2, P3 and P4, which comes at the same time with arrival time 0 and given the burst time. Now let us find the average time by using SJF. Just you see the diagram. The process P1, P2, P3 and P4, and given the burst time 7, 8, 5 and 4. So now let us draw a Gantt chart for this. Means the process which are having the lowest burst time will execute first. So in this, the P4 has the lowest burst time, so P4 will execute first. So now let us see the Gantt chart. This is a Gantt chart. Here P4 has the lowest burst time, so P4 will execute first. After that, P3 have the lowest burst time, that is the 5. So P3 will execute. The total time is 9, as because P3 has the burst time 5 and waiting time is 4. The total completion time is 9. After that, P1 has the burst time 7. So P1 will execute. The total completion time of P1 is 16. And lastly, the P2. The P2 has the burst time 8. So the total time of completion P2 process is 24. Now the waiting time of P1 is 9. The waiting time of P2 is 16. The waiting time of P3 is 4 and the waiting time of P4, that is 0. Now the total waiting time is 29. Now the average waiting time is 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. Now what is the advantage of SJF? It is the optimal scheduling in connection with waiting time. Now what are the disadvantages of SJF? First, it cannot be implemented for the short term scheduler. Second, the total execution time of a job must be known before execution. Means before execution, the total spent time we can know. While it is not possible to predict execution time for long process. Thank you. That's all. If you have any type of doubt, you can ask me in my WhatsApp number. Thank you.